this is my passion. Right? I love fishing inshore. And Tim does too, but I love it a lot more. Like a lot more. He came to my office about a month ago and he gave me a gift. And it's a gift we'll talk about, but it's the newest tackle from Shimano and Star Rods and this new dial setup. So we're going to go through that in a minute. So I got fired up. And I live over in Iceville. And I said, man, I'm jumping in the water and I'm just going to wade fish. I got access to a boat keep here, but in my opinion, there's nothing better. Mr. Ron will tell you, because he was just doing it right where I was doing it. He has these beautiful 26.5-inch reds that he and his son caught, just one after the other. So I got in the water and waded, and it's very easy in our day-to-day life to get caught in just the logistics and the BS, the peripheral BS that comes with life. I got in that water boy, it was like I was 14 years old again. Just, I was throwing top waters, I was throwing spoons, I was throwing jigs, and the technology now is so amazing. I would fish on average two hours in the morning before I came to work. So I'd get in the water right as the sun was coming up, run home, take the golf cart home, run, jump in the shower, and come to work. And then after those 4 trips, I didn't have that rod in my hand, and I had just my traditional rod, my traditional setup. And after 15 minutes, it felt like my wrist was already tired because of what I normally fish with. But we're going to throw all that later. What I want to start with now is inshore fishing. Now, when a customer comes up to us and goes, we're looking for a bay boat. Well, that narrows it down. Think about that. Well, why do you want a bay boat? Because we fish in the bay. Well, that really narrows it down. How many types of bay fishing can you do? Let's name them. There is like technical sight fishing on the flats. You know, all you rich guys that live in the bay, that's us. Early in the morning when you're out there trying to pee in the backyard and drink your morning coffee, that's us all around your docks. Okay? That's technical sight fishing. And then there's just random flat fishing. Mid-flat fishing, blind casting, not actually looking for fish. Don't need a boat that floats in 8 inches of water. Okay? Then there is deep water bay fishing. And you can either do that by anchor or you can do it by trolling boat. And those are 2 completely different boats. Same depth of water, but are you going to be focused on the front of the boat or are you going to be focused in the back of the boat? A guy that fishes the midday bridge is either going to be anchored against it or they're going to use a trolling motor to keep it in place. So if I'm fishing the midday bridge or I'm fishing structure 10 feet in front of me, I want a nice big platform I can stand on, one like the cement here. If I'm anchoring it in an older boat without a trolling motor, like an older center console, I don't want a bay boat that doesn't have much cockpit space. I want a big center console or even a cabin boat or walk around because that's how I fish the bay. So we're going to talk about all of that different type of fishing. And we're going to talk about trolling in the bay. How many of you guys troll in the bay? We're going to change that tonight because the bull reds are starting. A friend of mine told me today that the massive amount of schools of bull reds the size of this showroom where the water turns orange was happening today in our bay. And you know how you find them? You look up in there. And that's where you find them from the diving birds. So we're going to talk about trolling. We're going to talk about live bait fishing. We're going to talk about deep jigging. We're going to talk about sight fishing, blind casting, and I also want to talk about running the beach. Okay? And you don't have to have a boat to do the beach fishing this time of year. You can do it by foot as well. Just a little bit easier to have the boat. Can you guys see the map up here all right?
Yep.
Okay, can you see this bridge? Right here? Yeah. Okay, we're in the base of that bridge. Right here. I want to touch it like an iPhone and manipulate the screen. Okay? All right, good. So let's talk about flats fishing. Can we lead into flats fishing? Mm-hmm. Are you good with that?
You're good. I'm just following along.
Okay. Flat fishing. Who in here likes to just show me hands so I realize how much time I'm going to spend on this. Who likes to flat fish? Okay. Well, now, with that being said, if you don't like the flat fish, and you like some deep water bait fish, live bait fish, show your raised hands. All right, how many people did raise their hands? I'm going to get the hands up. God dang it, somehow. All right. Who's got 4 of the right now and has alligator on? There you go. All right. So we're going to do flat fishing. This is my deal. All right. I want to, and we can use live bait. I have nothing against live bait fishing. I'm just a fan, personally, of artificial fishing. And this time of year, we have 2 things that come into play. Lower water and clearer water than we do, and cleaner water. Cleaner water as well. When I say lower water, the water level is typically lower in the winter because of a predominant north wind, which blows anywhere from 4 inches to 2 feet of water out of our bay. Sometimes the flats that you see going across the Mid-Bay Bridge or over Okaloosa Island, you'll see islands out there that you never see in the summertime because the water level is low. When this happens, when I say the water gets cleaner, not only clearer, the water is clear because it's pushing that out. We have less rain, so we have less dirty water. What I mean is cleaner, the grass that is growing abundantly in the summertime on the flats and coming loose from the bottom is not being blown around the bay. So you have cleaner water to fish. When this happens, fish get spookier, okay? It doesn't mean they leave the flats. This weather is perfect weather for you to fish where you normally fish in April and August. Those fish are still there, and they're easier to see. So, if you are flat fishing this time of the year, I think the most important thing that you need is the trolling motor. Would anybody agree with that? And why would you need a trolling motor? Okay? Because you're fishing in water anywhere from knee deep to armpit deep water. That's about the deepest flat you're going to fish this time of year. Most of those fish that you might catch in the summertime in shoulder deep water, now are in knee deep water. Okay? And those fish, you can find them in the grass, or you can find them. Can you see this overhead shot, this Google Earth shot? You see all this light? That's sand. Off the shoreline, you see this dark, these splotches here. Those are all grass. And then on this side, this is called Jones Bayou. Inside, got to zoom in that way close. Yeah. So over here to the right. No, I was already doing that. I just wanted to zoom in and out. Okay, and how was it out? Okay, so. Alright. See the marina here? Alright. All the way from this shoreline, this is the shoreline behind Kelly Plantation, all the way down to San Destin. You see these dark lines? Okay? These dark lines are little areas that are deeper on the flats. And what you'll find is that these normally point, if you look at San Destin down here, there's a point, it's called 4 Mile Point. It goes straight off of San Destin. Those troughs usually point straight to them. Okay? So the grass, great areas to find fish. Where you find grass, you find bait. You typically don't see random bait out here swimming across these deeper sand flats. Where you find these troughs, you'll find bait. And in the troughs sit big trout. Big trout. And when you find trout this time of year, after a couple cold fronts like this, those trout are together in groups. Glenn knows this. I fished with Glenn. We started at one end of this flat over to our west and worked all the way back. Once you find a group of fish, they're there. The key is not to find them too late. All right? So this is why a trolling motor is so important. All right. Can you guys see this? Is there anybody that can't see this? Okay, everybody can see it all right? This is a little pointer, okay? Legendary range back here. I'm just going to see this deep water? You see that little man-made channel? And you see the grass around these docks? Okay? All that grass holds bait. Now, if I want to come in here quietly in a bay boat with a trolling motor in front, I'm going to come in through the deeper channel, and I'm going to work my way in here to the shallower water to where I can see the fish. I want to be able to see the fish. There's something really cool where Rod is standing over here, being able to throw a bait past him and lead it and draw it back, and watching the fish eat the bait and jacking the fish up. Okay? And now I want to fish all the way to Indian Bayou. I want to fish because all this mullet, used to say this time in the morning, is stacked inside of these docks. There's no fish out here. But you see all this grass is still here year round. I want to be able to come in here with the boat and position my bow in and throw up into these sand pockets around this grass. This time of year, this is when it happens. And it may take me to the 10th dock to find a wad of trout. And what I will tell you on these flats is when you find these trout, they're typically this time of year between 3 and 6 pounds. And they're typically like 20 in a group. So if you are cruising up in your trolling motor, and then you go, oh dad, there's one. Oh no, there's another one. There's another one. They're under the boat. You're already too late. Best thing to do is let them rest, come back 2 hours later or even the next day, and start from 50 yards off of them. And you want to throw the light colored baits because you're fishing in clear water this time of year. Anything that's going to throw a very light splash and it's going to just be very natural to the color of the sand in the clear water. Okay? Does anybody follow me so far? All we're doing is flat fishing and sight fishing. Now,
what time of day is best?
Well, that's kind of easy. Well, if you're sight fishing, that's an easy question to answer. What time of day is best for sight fishing? Between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Sight fishing. Everybody thinks that, hey, I want to go fishing first thing in the morning. Well, first thing in the morning this time of year, if today was abnormal because it was 80 degrees, tomorrow's going to be 79. The typical let's wake up early because they bite better in the morning is not necessarily the case. Sometimes those flat fish want to let that water warm up, so they're more active and less spooky. Okay? It's not cold enough yet to where that's the case, but it will be soon. This is the time of year, I look out across this bay, and I'm at my office, just working, doing normal stuff, meeting with clients and stuff, and I'm thinking, if I could just be out on the water today between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, way more than 6 to 8, or way more than 3 to 5:30, I want to be in the middle of the day, because you want the sun right above your head. And the key to this is, when you're sight fishing, you want light tackle. You can do this wade fishing, but remember, the lower your head is to the water, the harder it is to see in the water. People that have boats that run from a normal pound station, and they're running, and they pick a couple things up on the flats when they're running, they see those. But for the people that have an additional stand through second station or have something to stand on top of their boat and they're running, now they can see what's in the water all the way over by the receptionist desk that you walk in at. Because like every foot, the higher your head gets, that's why Cody fishing, all these guys have these tall towers, the further into the water you can see, the further away from the boat you can see. Okay? So when it comes to the tackle or sight fishing, I want a lightweight rod. You don't need something heavy because you're not jerking them out of structure. So I want a lightweight rod and reel. The key is, and you guys, I know I talk about this in these seminars, the key is, this is so important, your tackle, especially like this finesse fishing, is so, so important. If you go out there with the same ugly stick that you had and the same little pin reel that you had, it has nothing to do with the weight of the rod or the reel. Okay? And you got that thing spooled up with 15-pound Andy monofilament, or you got it with some original 30-pound Power Pro that you bought 6 years ago, the old waxy Power Pro, and you stand on the front of the boat with me, and we start fishing together. And I continuously, you can't cast past the point of this building right here, and I can hit the receptionist desk over and over. That's going to get frustrating real quick. Because all the fish that you're about to cast to, I've already thrown that 10 times. That's why this is so important. But the most important reason, Tim's in the back of the audience right now, and he's probably 35, 40 feet from me. Okay? A lot of the times, because the water's so low and it's so clear, they can see you and they can also feel the displacement of your boat in the water. They can feel that pressure. So I'd like to be, if Tim's over there, I'd like to be over in the corner of this building, throwing a very light, natural colored weight. Even if it's to the bathroom doors, I'd like to be a little bit beyond that. But the water's so clear this time of year, and the sun's straight above your head, you can see the fish. You can see the shadows in the sand pockets. Here's what I want you to look at. When we pass these rods and reels around, I want you to feel braid, as opposed to the typical old school waxy power pro that you might have on your rod, or that you have felt the store 100 times. I want you to feel how much lighter this is, and how much more flimsy it is. And I'll tell you, you introduced me to the new Daiwa, the new Daiwa braid.
Yeah.
There's a new Daiwa braid that supposedly is, fish can't see it. And it may be because it's called a camouflage. It's multicolored. So I don't know what it does to the fish, but I'll tell you, we don't have a reel with it on here. You can get it, and this is very tough to find. It's hard to find anything smaller than 20-pound braid at any North Apple stores around here. If it is, it's crappy braid. They've got the stuff in 15-pound.
We're carrying now 10 and 15.
Look, you go find a 25 series reel, 2500 series reel like this, with a light rod, medium action 6.5 to 7 foot rod, and you score this reel with 15-pound Daiwa braid, and that will be all you need. Now you'll be able to take a lure that you've thrown for the last 10 years, and you've only been able to get 35 or 40 feet out of it. You're going to get 65 feet out of it. It's unbelievable. And remember, you have to throw light baits this time of year. So it's very frustrating if you have an old setup with old line that's too heavy anyways, and you can't get the bait further than where the fish can already see. Okay? Because you have to throw light stuff, because if a heavy bait lands in the water, they're gone. You're spooked. So the primo setup, in my opinion, 6.5 to 7 foot rod. You can't marry a heavy reel with a light rod, or you can't marry a heavy rod with a light reel. It does not work. I'll give you an example of one of the rods that I throw. You want a lighter rod and a lighter reel, and you go ahead and invest the money one time and keep the rod and reel for 10 years. Maybe for life. And the key is this braid. Okay? I'm going to pass this around. Start filling this.
You top shot that with mono or anything?
Yeah. Yep, that's the key. This is fluorocarbon line. Okay? And we're looking at a hypothetical situation where we're sight fishing like this. You're on the front of the boat with me. We're in my arena. We're fishing the way I like to fish. So we're fishing 15-pound braid, super soft braid. And the only place that I know where to get this stuff in town is right when you walk in a half fish now. They used to have a smaller selection for us inshore guys over on the wall to the left. Now, right when you walk in, and you can find the fishing regulations and all the magazines, just to the left of it. And what's cool about this is all these manufacturers sell you these spools of braids in increments of 150 or 300 yards. But you never know how much you're going to be able to get on your reel. The problem with that is you go buy 150 yards of 15-pound braid and you take 2/3 of it off of your reel. And you don't have anywhere else to go. But then the next time you go to spool up, for some reason a jackfish spools you, and you got 1/3 of the line left. My suggestion, go get a bigger spool of it, invest, instead of spending $30 time after time after time, season after season, go spend $130. Go ahead and get the multi-1,000-yard spool, and that way you're never throwing the line away. And this braid stuff's expensive. That stuff's a lot less expensive, and it works. Guys, I fished with it for 4 straight trips. It's just unbelievable. So then you have to have a very good fluorocarbon, not monofilament, fluorocarbon. Fish can see the monofilament where they can't see the fluorocarbon, and you're going to strip off about 36 inches. You're going to tie one end of this to your braid. You're not going to use a swivel because you're going to be rolling this up and down the guides of your rod, and you're going to tie the other to your lure. Okay? So now you have got like the ultimate. Now don't think that you can't catch a 35-pound redfish on 15-pound fluorocarbon. Or a 15-pound braid. You can can do it a whole lot easier than you can on 15-pound monofilament. If it ever does roll up against something, that's very good with abrasions where the monofilament will break. So now I've got my rod, 6.5, 7-pound medium, the medium heavy, ultralight rod, 2500 series reel to keep the weight down, preferably this new Stratus CI4, okay? And then I've got 15-pound braid, and I've got 15-pound or 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. And now I'm throwing light baits. This would be on the heavier side of what I'd be throwing in these sand pockets. And I always want to go with a light, maybe even more clear than that. And sometimes you'll get rid of like the chartreuse tail. And this is an 8-ounce jig head. I'm normally throwing a 16-ounce jig head when I'm sight fishing, just because I have the rod and the reel that will allow me to throw that lightweight. So, buddy, you take this setup, and I'll beat it to your head in these inshore seminars. You go buy this one little tube of smell good. It doesn't smell good. It's called Procure, and this is the universal generic. It does everything. It's got menhaden, it's got mold, it's got shrimp, it's got crab, it's got everything. Inshore saltwater super gel. I had a friend of mine smelled this earlier. He got blacked out. Oh God, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. I'll give somebody $20 let me put this one right at the left for the whole thing. Anybody you got $20, right? Oh. So don't, here, I'll tell you what I'll do. And like we're talking about things to keep in your tackle box, I figured I'd talk about this one because this is probably the most important. Very important to bring one in your tackle box. Because if you are going to embarrass yourself in front of the whole crew at 7 o'clock in the morning after 2 cups of coffee, you better hope you have a clean backside for the rest of the fishing trip. That's what this tool will do. Okay. I'm going to pass this around.
I'm familiar.
I'm going to pass this around. Oh, you got to do it. This is like a double dog dare. Just get it up to your nose. Don't touch your nose. Just smell this, okay? And, oh, your finger, God, you almost got it. Don't touch it. Because it doesn't like to come off. It's funny because I fished this spoon like 4 trips ago. And all you do is you just take a little bit and you put it on the inside of the spoon and it stays on the spoon all day long. Okay? So I'll pass these around. This is clean now. This is what it is. Guys, if you see a rod, a reel, or if you see this, you want to remind yourself of it, that's the best way to do it. Take a picture of it right now. So that's the bait, and I'm going to put a little dab of that on that plastic bait, and those spooky fish that come up and look at the bait, they swim up, they look at the bait, and they stomp on it, and then they turn away. With that Procure, they hammer it. They hammer it. All right? So I got the rod, I got the reel, I got the line. I've got the fluorocarbon, I've got the lure, and I've got the smell good. I bet somebody can get that one. You didn't get it in your hair, did you? Are you good? All right, that's all I'm messing with your hair. That'll be bad. That's why we get sued over that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm standing on the front of the boat. I'm pulling up. And just off the back, in the corner of this building, I obviously see, you're going to see mullet swimming around, 6 to 10 inch mullet. You see two 2-foot logs in the water. And they're sitting just side by side, maybe just cruising, okay? And we're looking around this sparse grass, but they're pretty much in an open area of sand pocket. Okay? If the fish is at the pursuit sign here, the white pursuit sign, and I see that the heads of those 2 fish are moving this way, it's ever so slightly, I'm going to throw that bait where I'm at. Okay? If they're coming at me, I'm going to throw it just beyond where I'm at. And I'm going to wait. And I'm sitting still with the water 40 feet from us. I'm going to wait for the fish to come up close to my feet, and I'm going to slowly drag that bait across the sand. see my little white bait. I can see where my brain's going into the water. So just like the quarterback and the lead receiver, I'm going to do the same thing. You're never going to throw, if you throw the bait on top of the fish, when I say on top of it, within 3 feet, Rick, he's gone. You'll see those 2 fish go shoot off the flat. If those fish see it land, they're going to be gone. You got to throw it past where you're going to intercept them and bring it back. And when you bring it back, you don't want to do it like you would in the summer where you want a little more action. You want to sit there and work it off the stand. You want to bring it in slowly. And sometimes just barely take a rod tap. Just to where they see it. Now the second that the fish makes a beeline towards your bait, stop. Don't work it anymore. Don't work it because you've already got the scent. They're going to come over there and pick it up. If for some reason that fish runs up to it and stops and just looks at it, just give it the, I mean, I'm talking about a light tip. Just make the bait go in the water like this. And then they'll hammer it. If they don't hammer it, they're going to be gone. And then you've already spooked them at that point. Okay? Once the fish usually commits this time of year, and you have some of that stuff on the bait, they're going to hammer it. So that is the way I like to sight fish. I don't think there's a better way to sight fish by throwing a bait past it and reeling it past. You can do that with spinner baits. Everybody know what a spinner bait is? I'll pass this around as well. This is fishing in the same environment, like Bill said, early in the morning or late at night when you can't see the fish. And this is taking it and firing it. So all the way to the Chris craft in the back. Okay? That's all the way to the Chris craft with a non-aerodynamic spinnerbait fishing wind. And that's just me blind fishing. Just reeling it. If you're reeling this spinnerbait, if that rod tip is steady like this, that means there's no vibration. You have to have vibration to get this bait to work. See if the wind will eat it.
It's kind of trouble with my business. Yeah, he had pizza.
All right. So blind fishing, this time of year, this is my favorite bait. I stay away from that darker color. Okay? I want a lighter color to match that light water. Does anybody got stuff on their hands yet? Somebody will. It'll be funny. This time of year, it hasn't got super cold yet in the mornings. Today was the morning to go for a top water bait. Let's see if I can get this back. This has got treble hooks, okay? And you're typically fishing around docks and on the flats, and there's not a lot of wind. When I'm fishing a top water bait, I think I've told you this before, and there's no wind, I like a single BB, like a deep. So if you ever want to hear how a top water sounds, grab it in your hand where you can't hear the hooks move. That's what it sounds like in the water. This is the same bait. Same bait. Same manufacturer, same color. You hear the difference? So I like to fish these lower, deeper sounds. I don't want to spook fish because they're a little spookier this time of year with the cold wind or the cold temperatures. Fish this when it's calm. Fish this when you got a little ripple on top of the water. Because now you want to bring the fish's attention to the bait. This is called a top dog. Anything that mirror lure builds that has the higher pitch, it's a high pitch, it's called a she-dog. Hear that? This is what I'm fishing right now with the Tom. I'll pass this around as well. Top dog and she-dog. Don't hook yourself in the sneaky hand either. Alright? Now this is all artificial fishing. We already talked about sight fishing. We're going to be doing that with plastic baits. You can either use that stuff or you can buy Berkeley Gulp. Anything with a scent. And if you're targeting redfish this time of the year, the little crabs that they have, or to see a redfish slam something, watch them eat a crustacean over what they think is a bait fish. It is twice the hit. And then we're going to blind fish. There's two ways I like the blind fish this time of year. My preferred favorite redfish bait is a spinner bait, early in the morning, picks up vibration, or a top water. Now, if I'm fishing on the flats, morning, middle of the day, and I'm still kind of a novice, and I don't have a trolling motor on my boat, I'm just kind of drifting across the flats, this is a great bait, okay? This is a popping cork. Bill, this is something that you can do off the back of the 27 game fish, okay? You're going to throw this in the water, and then when it lands, the weight, the heavier BBs is going to cause this cork here in the water. Now you got slack in your line. You're going to go and twitch your rod go. And it's going to pull. The resistance from the water is going to catch that cork. And when it drops, it's going to go. It's going to make a lot louder noise than that. This is the sound of an injured bait or a swimming shrimp making noise. This is what attracts the fish, and this is what they see under the bottom of it. My favorite bait to fish this is, I think this is a 1/4 ounce.
Yep, quarter DOA.
1/4 ounce DOA. This is very easy to fish. And the only rule I will tell you to worry about is, as a novice, learning how to throw this. Very simple. Just chunk it out. One of the only issues you'll ever have is that sometimes this will get caught up when it lands around the top of the cork. But if you want to catch fish, you will allow there to be a light amount of slack in your line. You always want your cork to sit flat. If you notice that you have tension in your line and you're trying to use the popping cork, if there's tension, what's happening to the cork? It's laying sideways and it's already being pulled across the bottom that it needs to pop against. So you want to throw it out, unlike the spinner bait. Spinner bait, you got a reel, and you need to see that line going. The popping cork, you want it to sit with slack in your line. Not like so much that you pull your line and nothing happens to the cork. Just enough to get that cork here. If it's laying sideways and you try to pop it, you're not going to do any good. You literally won't catch a whole lot of fish unless you get lucky. So this is the popping cork setup.
Can you use live shrimp on that?
You can use live shrimp. It's kind of frustrating because if you're going to actually use it as a popping cork, you're not going to get very far without pulling all the shrimp off. And you can throw a popping cork with a live shrimp. The only issue with that is when you're fishing live bait, Bill, this is something you need to remember. That's got the weight inside of that artificial shrimp, right? Has anybody ever tried to fish a cork with a live bait and there's no weight to hold it down? To keep it away from the cork, what happens? It swims up, and if you do get a fish underneath it that spooks it, where does that fish go? It goes to the cork, it gets wrapped up in the cork, and then you're constantly having a problem. So if you're ever fishing a cork, ever, with live shrimp, a couple inches just above the cork, or above the hook, maybe even 9 inches, put a little split shot on it. You know what a split shot is? The little old school clampy weights. That keeps that shrimp down. Without that, where does shrimp like to go? Straight to the top of the water. And then they're swimming around, and they're getting your cork tangled up. If you're throwing a popping cork, Bill, I would suggest that use that, put a little stinky on it, or a fish like a little 3-inch Berkeley Gulp shrimp. Those would be my choice. So we've done topwater fishing. We've done spinnerbait fishing. We've done popping cork fishing. We've done sight fishing. Question?
I was going to ask, what speed do you work your popping corks at, and when do you decide to adjust that speed?
Well, I always like to catch your first fish and replicate what you did to catch that fish. Okay? Now, if you've gone, I would say, sometimes if the fish are really spooky, you can pop it a couple times and let it sit for 8 to 10 seconds. But most of us want action. You don't like to sit out there and take 10 minutes to retrieve one popping cork in. So, let it sit. 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 And And it just goes back to what I said earlier. You're fishing, if it is darker water, say it's been blowing out in the north here for 2 days, and the water's going crappy on the side, I'm going to put that darker rubber color one. If it's not, I'm going to throw like a clear. I mean clear. Real clear shrimp bait. So that's flat fishing. Does anybody else have any questions about flat fishing? I will tell you, the best thing you can do is have a bay boat that's comfortable for you. Not a technical skiff. If you've got lower back issues or knee trouble, and you find yourself after 30 minutes doing this all the time, build a river on the front of the boat. Usually when that happens, you don't have enough stability, and you're using too much of your weight on your heels, and you're causing your lower back to hurt, or your upper back for that matter. So the ideal boat would be something like this 25-foot sea hunt that's equipped with a trolling motor and that has a power pole in the back. Because when you do find those fish, especially this time of the year and spooky, they don't hear a word. They don't hear anything out of the boat, and you drop that power pole in the water, and you just stop. Nobody knows you're there, the fish don't know you're there, and now you're sitting still, you're watching that action. You're watching that pod of 25 trout 50 feet away from you. They have no idea you're there. But if you're moving, and you got a wind to your back, and you can't slow yourself down, and all you have is the thrust of the trolling motor, you spook fish. So the power pole is just as important, in my opinion, as the trolling motor this time of year. All right, no more flat fishing? Any preferred lures? Any other questions? We can spend the whole seminar on this, but I know the majority of you don't have a boat with a trolling motor.
So before you go too much further, several people online are asking, can you show the lures closer up? We're talking about those.
I can show the lures closer up. Y'all hurry up and pass that stuff up, except for the toilet paper with the brown stuff on it. That's not what you guys think it is, by the way.
See if they can smell it.
All right. You ready? Procure Super Gel. Inshore salt water. Super important. That's a nice universal. They make them. If you want to focus on crab, if you want to focus on shrimp, or you want to focus on menhaden or mullet, Inshore saltwater, universal formula, the best you can buy. I think a little pack like this is $7 or $8. This can last you for 2 seasons. Like, don't look at the size of it. You're just putting a dab on it, and it stays on. Great top water plug is the Rapala Skitter Walk. It's kind of a combination in between a high pitch and a low pitch top dog. Now, we talked about the MirrOlure top dog or the MirrOlure she dog if it's a little windier condition. This is called an X-Wrap, but it's very similar. Probably my favorite top water bait, bar none. And you can pick your poison. You can go red and white. You can do chartreuse. You can do black, just a plain mullet color this time of year. Go to Half Hitch Tackle and buy the Skitter Walk made by Rapala. It's the best top water in my opinion.
All right, now Todd, this particular one,
Right.
I don't know if I've actually shown you this one or not. This one is, they have the regular X-Wrap. This is their newest one. This one actually walks the dog, but it spins like 3 feet under the water. It does the same thing as the top water one, but you walk the dog to death.
Yeah, you haven't shown me that before. And you mean by walking the dog, something you'll need to practice, just is the one that I like to use. This is the little plastic bait. This is my favorite sight fishing bait in the bay. And this is a 1/4 ounce. No, this isn't a 1/4 ounce. This is an 1/8 ounce jig head. Okay? And this is the little 3-inch. It's the DOA Cal. Okay? Sorry, I meant the wrong one. Can you see me better now?
Go down. There we go.
All right. Have I been showing everybody my navel for
Yes.
this entire time? What is this even for?
6-pack.
He's recording it for YouTube.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Ain't no 6-pack. More like a keg down there. All right. So this is the DOA Cal. All right. And here's something else. A gentleman asked me this earlier. Be right back. Why do I like, just say anybody tell me, why do I like this jig head over this jig head? One's round. One's like a bullet. This one's aerodynamic, and this one does what? Pushes more water, causes more resistance. Okay? So this time of the year when the water level is low anyways, and I'm throwing a bait in the water this shallow, if I'm fishing something that acts like a lead bullet, what am I going to have to do to keep it in that when that's suspended in the water column? Just crank it, crank it, crank it. Well, what if I use the same size jig head with all that resistance? I'm going to be able to work it slower, and that bait, what do you think that plastic wants to do with this? Nothing. What happens when that water hits that round jig head? It just wants to move it back and forth, back and forth. So, I hope y'all haven't spent a whole lot of money on these, especially this time of year. And you know what's good about a lead jig head? You can always color match it to anything. Right? And it's cheaper. You're a doctor, you're talking about cheap.
I got grandkids.
Oh, that's right. All right. I do have one more last bait. One more. That's very hot fish. Okay? I got another bait. For those of you that aren't comfortable walking the dog yet, this is for the novice in the room. This is a concave face. This is called a chug bug. Storm Lures makes it. You can buy this at Half Fish Tackle. This happens to be my favorite color chartreuse in this bed. I don't know why. But I have more luck with chartreuse. This is a bait that sits on top of the water. Once again, like the popping cork, with slack in your line and the bait sitting at rest, you work here. And it's called a chug bug because it makes a chugging sound. If you have tension on it and you're trying to chug it, it's the same principle as the popping cork. It's not going to catch any fish. It's going to spook more fish than it will catch them. Sitting at rest, chug. And when it chugs, a big bubble pushes up like an old bass lure. Like a jitterbug or something like that, something in the bass range. Chug, 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 rest. Chug, rest. And this is very easy for y'all to start to learn how to get the feel of a topwater plug. What's the good thing about a topwater? You always get to see the strike. Right? I would rather catch one fish on this than I would 3 fish on the little lure. Chug bug. Alright?
What about Miradines?
Miradines, yeah. Good call. That's the only one thing I didn't cover. This is a Miradine Miradine. This is my favorite size this time of the year. When you go to a spinnerbait, you mostly eliminate trout. That's typically a redfish bait. You'll catch a big trout on them every once in a while. When you throw a Miradine, which Tim said earlier is a suspending lure, this boat sits, it floats very slowly in the water column. It doesn't drop to the bottom, and it doesn't stay up top. So this is a bait that actually sits and mimics a lot of these bait fish that you see on the flats this time of year. This could very easily mimic a pinfish or something like a glass minnow. This is a lot of what you're seeing on the flats right now that's still around the grass. So you're going to work this. You can slowly retrieve it. Best way to slowly slacken your line. You want it to look kind of like an injured minnow in the water. Now, here's a kicker. I'll give you like that. Miradine. If you tie like a regular clinch or a Boy Scout knot around the eye of this, it's going to work probably 25% as effective as it should be. If you're not comfortable, everybody should go learn how to tie a loop knot. If you're not tying a loop knot and don't have that tight resistance on this, to where it limits how well it works in the water, go buy split rings. Good, that's what I fish with. I'd rather trust a split ring than a loop knot. Go put split rings on the front of your bait, like I have with top water. So that top water works better with a split ring. Okay, take that split ring and put it on the top of that Miradine, and you watch how much better the action is underneath the water when you reel it up, dude.
So this rides on top or it's down?
That's in the middle of the water. That's a suspending bait. Split ring on the top water. Low pitch, high pitch. All right, that's enough for flat fishing. We can do some more flat fishing. Let's talk about easy fishing right now. Easy fishing. Diamond birds. Diamond birds. Y'all felt that cold front last week before I went to Fort Lauderdale? Right? As soon as you feel that, the more cold fronts we get, the better we get. Favorite places. Okay? This is very simple because you do need a boat unless you're one heck of a swimmer. Right? And you can cover a lot of ground. You need a boat or you need a kayak, and you need to go to the places, the bull reds, in my opinion, anywhere from the Mid-Bay Bridge, we're talking about the north side, anywhere from the Mid-Bay Bridge all the way down to Outlaw Bayou. You got Basin Bayou, it's your first one, that's where Nick's is at, and then you got Outlaw Bayou. The mouth of Outlaw Bayou, where the channel runs out, diving pelicans. All the way from Alaqua in the basin, off of the flat, about a half a mile. What's the things you got to be careful about over there? Shipwrecks. You got two bad ones. I mean, rip the bottom of your boat up bad. One of them's exposed, and one of them's slightly exposed some of the time. Okay, so those should be on your updated GPS charts. Don't go looking for them at night. Okay? What you are looking for in the middle of the day is diving birds. And sometimes, when you got good visibility, like this morning with the fog, I mean, you can see the fish blowing up from a mile away. But all you typically, even if those little white birds, what are they called? Little white birds?
Least terms.
Least terms? Little white birds. If you see the little white birds, and they're going down and they're picking up glass minnows, or if you see just big pelicans just diving down in the water, run over there and check them out. And the way I like to check them out, instead of pulling up to the birds with trolling lures out and back, instead of pulling up to the birds, chunking 2 or 3 lines out the back, sitting in rod holders, and just cruising through the center of the birds, I like to pull up with a little bit bigger rod, something like this. This is a 4,000 series reel with a 7.5 rod. I like to take a 1/2 ounce lead, much bigger lead, with, this is my favorite, with a Berkeley Gold 5-inch split tail shad. Why do I like these better than shrimp? Somebody can say why.
Wow.
Because these are aerodynamic. And if I'm pulling up the diamond birds and I take a shad and I throw it, that bait in the air is going to go. But what if I take a 3-inch shrimp? When I throw it, what's that bait going to do? Y'all like minnows? Everybody like throwing in your line where it wraps up around the tip of your rod? So you eliminate that by fishing with those. Okay? So that's my favorite bait. When I know that I'm fishing, sight fishing for bull reds, I'm going to look for the diamond birds, and before I go through to the trolling method, I'm going to throw a Berkeley Gold 5-inch split tail shad. I'm going to throw it into the birds and let it drop. I'm not going to work it through the middle, even if it's 8 foot of water or 30 foot of water. I'm going to let it drop to the bottom and start working it on the bottom. Working it back to me. And then you're naturally, as the boat slows down, you're going to slowly move over where you saw the birds. The birds will move out, and then you're going to pay attention to the bottom machine. Now, you may see a cloud of bait under the bottom machine. That doesn't necessarily mean there's new fish around. When you start seeing those fish around, or you hook up before your bottom machine gets to them, you know the fish are there. And that's what's fun. So that's what I'm doing looking for diamond birds. Favorite places to do it, personally, maybe it's because I don't have to run very far because my boat's at the marina. North side of the bay, all the way to Alaqua. This side of the bay, last few years it hasn't been as good right off the legendary flats. But as you get closer to Sandusky, what I like to do is get my boat, and you can always see the edge of the flats when you're running. Where's my AV guy, man? Just get me to the edge of a flat, right here. Come up to this one over here. Okay. Can you see this shoreline? Off the shoreline, anywhere from 100 to 300 yards. See the flat? That's the drop-off. That's usually between 5 to 7 feet and drops right off to 14 feet. I like to get my boat and run in that 14-foot range, all the way to Destin's marina. Many times you'll pull up to the marina at Destin, you have a channel that runs out and then kind of lies out like so. You'll look in the mouth of, not the marina, of where the channel starts, and you'll see them blowing up. Okay? If you don't see anything on that run, don't give up, because now they could very well be following that. You're going to come to a dead end. Stay off of the flat a good ways, because it gets really shallow on the flat. It runs all the way out to 4 Mile Point, due north. You just stay out in that 14-foot range and look for diving birds. They could be out in 20 foot of water. They could be in 10 foot of water. If you get out to 4 Mile Point and you're still having trouble, at the point there, there's two big channel safety markers out there. Run around those pylons and head back into Hogtown Bayou. Hogtown Bayou is the big bayou that looks like you're going through the bay, but you actually have to continue to go through the main bay. And if you don't do any good, now this is just a big circle. So many times I started at Legendary, have literally run to Destin to 4 Mile, 4 Mile into the back of Hogtown, back out of Hogtown, and when you leave Hogtown Bayou and you go straight across the bay, you end up at Basin Bayou. Now I'm at the other side of where I said it was good. Still haven't seen diving birds. Now I'm running back towards Niceville. On the way back to Niceville, I started to pick up diving birds, and I caught so many fish. After I made all that run, it was cold in the wintertime. Thank God I have a windshield, to invest in something like this. And off of Choctaw Beach, just blow it up. Hooking them up, left and right, 20 pounders, as fast as you can get them. Okay? So that's my personal track. I will tell you, my little brother does very well and blind trolling for these fish. Where White Point is. You know where White Point is? You go across the Midday Bridge, you got the government property just on both sides, and you got the point to the left. From White Point in the 20-foot range, blind. Don't look for diving birds, don't look for anything. Just kind of zigzag between 18 and 25 foot of water. Blind troll all the way up to the mouth of Rocky Bayou, where Blue Water Bay Marina is. Just that whole flat. Where it drops way off. You'll never sometimes see birds, you'll never see bays, you'll start hammering 25, 30 pounders. And then make sure you pay attention to where you catch them, because they're going to be in a big school there. Yes? Okay. Good question. We don't have one? Yeah, we do. Dang it, Tim, you're so smart. All right. This one, okay, this is a good example. By the way, you don't have to return that piece of toilet paper or whatever that was. Whoever has it is going to take it home and share it with your wives. Okay. Same company, a little bit different in body size, but what's the biggest deciding factor in these two babies? The lip. This one's got a big old dip in. This one's just got a little baby dip. So this is a shallow, the smaller the lip, the less resistance, and the shallower it's going to. No matter how fast you crank this bait, it's really not going to go any further than 3 feet because of the size of the lip. Okay? You asked what baits to troll. This would be kind of like a stretch 20, and you can see here it says Magnum dive bait 20 feet. So reeling it at a normal speed or trolling with it at a normal speed, this boat's going to run because of the size of the lip at 20 feet. So if I'm trolling a 14-foot deep flat, that's not going to do a whole lot. It's going to really frustrate me. Now I'm fishing in 30 foot of water, and I think that the fish are off kind of midway through the water column. It's a great bait to throw. My personal favorites, Yozuri makes a 13-foot that I like to run around this side of the bay. Now, when I go over there and I blind, do a stretch 15 or a stretch 20. The stretch 20 would be, this is a great bait around the Destin when you're coming back, like you're leaving the harbor, you're going through the no-wave zone, you're about to get up to the no-wave zone, where you're full wave zone, where you come on plane. You come around that awkward shaped S, you come around that last channel marker, you're about to head back to the east. From that channel marker all the way to the mouth of Joe's Bayou, these are great. Although it's only 15, 16-foot average depth, the ditches, more or less, in between them are another 6 or 7 foot deep. And you roll these across the top. It's like sand, and that's where a lot of people catch big groupers in our bay, off these right here, right around the pass, and big redfish. So, to answer your question, if I had a universal bait, and I just had 3 of them in my bag, I'd have a stretch 13 to 15, and red and white is awesome. I don't know what it is about red and white, and natural colors, and like a bright chartreuse or a bright blue. Those would be the 4 lures that I have in my bag, trolling. Now, what do you want to troll with? If you're going to strictly focus on trolling, there's going to be a lot of wear and tear. I'm talking so much, you haven't said anything. There's a lot of wear and tear on these small rods. In my opinion, the perfect rod and reel, and I have one in my office. Everybody works for me here.
Is that there?
Yeah. Behind the door. Bill, you know where it is? Where you sleep sometimes? Hey, behind the office door, just grab one of those pins, one of those Kobe rods. So the best rod and reel combo for that is the 7 foot Kobe rod that Half Hitch makes. It's a simple rod. They're bulletproof. I'm probably on my 6th season with these. And you marry that, in my opinion, a lot of people want an 8500. I like a 7500 series pin reel. Now that setup, I don't personally fish with braid. I spoil it with a 25-pound Andy line. Okay? And the cool thing about the 25-pound Andy line is the 25-pound Andy line is a great size to cobia fish with in the spring. Tie it to a swivel, and then tie it to a 60-pound fluorocarbon leader. But when I'm trolling in the bay in the wintertime, I can fish that 25-pound Andy or whatever rod filament you want to use just straight to the lure. And you may go through 10 fish before it actually breaks through. Because those fish are slamming the bait. They're not working their way up on the line. And the redfish, they don't really have any gill plates or anything like that. They're not running into any structure. So Bill's bringing the rod and reel, and I'll pass that around. That's what I'll be trolling with. And you can use it offshore. You can use it rod bait fishing, the bridges and stuff like that. Yes, sir?
So,
Trolling
trolling speed.
speed is fast enough to where the bait gets down, but not so fast that the bait's spinning. So all you care about is looking at that rod and going like this. As long as that rod is vibrating, you're good. If the rod is vibrating, going, and it's kind of stopping, or you're obviously going so slow that the bait's not even dropping. These baits, with a little bit of speed, are going to get to their designed weight. So this is a 7500 series pin on an 8-foot half-hitch tackle. This is a bulletproof rod and reel system. And that's a great cobia rod. Caught cobia this year off of that bait. You don't need something this big to throw into those schooling fish. Start out by just taking your 4,000 inshore series reel with that same bait that I showed you guys. But when I'm trolling, just like I have here, 25-pound line film.
They don't use,
No leader. You don't need a leader.
what about braid?
I don't fish braid because if I ever get, like let's just say I took this to the jetties. Does anybody ever jetty fish or surf fish with baits that you're throwing constantly? If you've ever gone, like I went to Sebastian Inlet a couple years ago and I had this spooled with braid, and my finger after 2 hours was about gone. I mean, I literally had to put a Band-Aid on it, re-spool and spool up with mono But I could take like a 1.5 ounce crocodile spoon and go to the Destin jetties on the East Jetty, which is a phenomenal bait that nobody talks about. Nobody even talks about red fishing with these crocodile spoons. It's something old schoolers do here. Just like this bait, after you sit there off the jetty, throw and reel. Just let it come through with the outgoing tide. Reel it back up, throw, but at the same time a little bit reel. You catch big bull reds. And then, like, that's the same rod that I tarpon fish with. Tarpon fish, cobia fish, kingfish, state water snapper fish. You can do all that kind of stuff with that rod. But since we're doing inshore, we're talking about trolling. That's my troll rod. When we take sea trials, we have customers that want to go out in the wintertime, when they're buying boats in the winter, we'll just grab those 2 out of the office and take them on the boat and just run it. And if we're out there and see diving birds, we can throw them in the water and try to catch them, which we have done many times. So that's trolling. Any more questions about trolling or finding diving birds? Center today. When you're trolling, 3 at the max. Maybe, because it's not like you don't want to bait on top of the water in the prop wash like you would if you're, king fishing. And then with 2 rods out, if you fish around and one of them goes off, the other one's going to go off too. So if you're out there, you and somebody else, and 3 rods go off with a 30-pound fish, it sucks. Well, I guess it's kind of cool. It's a good problem to have.
You put the line straight up, the rod straight on the back, and you put them in the rod hole so it taps out.
Depends on how many rods you have out. If I were in your boat and had two offset rod holders, I'd put one out the side at 60 feet, I'd put one out the side at 40 feet, and I'd probably run a center line at 70 feet. Okay? Now, the deeper the lip and the deeper the bait runs, the more line you're going to need out for it to run right. You can't put 30 feet out and expect the 20-foot diving plug to dig like that, because then it'll start to do circles. And I'll tell you this, don't go to Walmart and save yourself a couple of bucks and buy an inexpensive diving lure. Go ahead and invest the money on something like the Yozuri stuff. Rapala makes good ones because they're very finicky. You can buy, I'm not going to use the name of the company, but you can go buy the typical stretch lure diving, and depending on the mold that lure was made in, or what day or what time or what guy made it, that lip will be offset like this. If it's even 2 degrees where it should normally be, that bait will never run right on you. And then you just took an $8 lure instead of spending $12 and you just threw your money away. Yes, sir.
You said you don't use a leader when you're trolling?
Mm-hmm.
So you cinch on the lure to your line?
Yeah, just tie straight monofilament to your whatever knot you normally would throw. Just tie a straight now you're fishing 20 to 30 pound mono, right? Now if you're fishing braid, that's a different story.
No, mono 20 pound.
25 pound mono, you tie it straight to the plug. Because all those diamond plugs have split rings. Every one of them have it. So it's going to work naturally. You just tie whatever knot you want to.
Don't need a swivel.
No.
Don't need a swivel. You only need a swivel if the bait's really crappy and doing this. And it's not going to. And then when it starts spinning, it goes to the top of the water. All right.
You like the loop?
Do I like loop on it?
Put it in the troll.
I mean, you don't need it.
It's not nearly as strong enough.
I mean, a lot of these pro guys that I fish with, they just tie loop knots. I'm not a loop knot fan. I don't know. There's something about it. I just feel like, let's just say you had the eye of the lure or the jig head or whatever was a bracelet. And that line's constantly rubbing on the inside of it. Just in my opinion, I'm not a loop knot guy. I'm a much bigger fan of the split ring. I'd rather just invest the money. Every once in a while, try to put it on it. Fires across the room, I don't care. I'd much rather have that. And it's time consuming, but do it early in the morning before you go out. So we've done, I'm going to give you some time tonight. Oh, you're good. No, you're going to say some things. You're better at what's coming up in just a minute. All right. So now let's take a combination of the deep water stuff we talked about in the bay, and let's use the sportsman in this and the sight fishing. Now let's run outside the pass this time of year. So many people forget about our beaches this time of year. You know, there's pumping all over the beach right now. How many people have been pumping and fishing in the last 2 weeks? Did you do any good?
No.
You went the wrong spot. You're supposed to say yes, and I know you're a liar because you're a fisherman. That's right, we can lie openly in here.
You know what else goes back up this weekend?
What else?
Parker. On the beach, quite a few.
And it's crazy, you know, this year is very odd. It seems like everything is 2.5 months behind. Spring fishing sucked, and on the flats. Summer fishing started to be a decent mid-season. The trout came, remember how hot it was when the trout light started? It's really good right now. But let me tell you something. I'm looking at most of you, and I know what boats a lot of you have. There's not a bad boat to go sight fishing on our beaches. Unless we're not going to sight fish for pompano, we're not going to sight fish for carpet, we're focusing on redfish. Now, you can run outside of the Destin Pass, and you can hang left, and you can look east. And right in the first couple of condominiums there, there's always the same school of redfish that's been thrown at 1,000 times, and it looks like a shadow the size of the corner of this building. You're not going to catch those fish. You might get lucky and catch one. What you do want to do is you want to use the sun to your advantage when you're cobia fishing or a tarpon fishing or a bull red fishing, and you're running this is the best time of the year because the beaches are flat calm. You got a predominant north wind, and the sand or the condominiums knocks down the air. And what do our beaches look like this time of year? Like bathwater, crystal clear bathwater. So many people forget that it's so simple just to take your little skiff out and pass. Now, if I'm sight fishing in the morning hours, you're all going to hang to the left and stare into the sun, or you're all going to hang to the right and use the sunlight to the back, to my back. That's what I want to do. And there are a lot of fish right when you come outside of the pass, and you go over that big bar, and you start to cut back into the surf in Fort Walton. From Fort Walton to the pier is a great spot. And then you're going to see these bull reds in the surf. And don't be afraid to get real close, like from me to the bathroom close. And you will see these fish. The water's gin clear. Once you see a fish or two, or 10 fish, you're going to see another 2 or 3 or 10 fish within the next 50 to 100 yards. You're going to find these pods of fish in like 1 mile increments along the beach. You may run another 2 miles and not see any, then they'll start to pop up again. You may get in the bar and have only seen 4 or 5 groups of them, and then all of a sudden, for the next quarter mile, you're in redfish heaven. It's worth the run. It's gorgeous. You're not going to get beat to death because it's flat calm. Worst thing, it might roll a little bit, but I mean, it's just perfect. Now, yes, sir.
2 days ago, 31-inch redfish on the beach,
Sweet.
20 pounds.
What beach? You don't have to tell us. I'm just kidding.
Henderson State Park?
There you go. Henderson, one of the best places. One of the best places to fish from the beach. How wide is Henderson? 3/4 of a mile?
Easy.
Mile and a quarter.
A mile and a quarter? I love Henderson Beach. In the springtime, I was red fishing and pompano. I had a pompano rod in my hand and saw a school of about 10 35-pound cobia coming through the surf and hooked up with one of those. What a pompano jig. This year, my family and I 2 months ago were at Great Beach State Park, and all I had was a pompano jig. And fishing. Big school reds come, catch 2 off the pompano jig, and then I went to a clear topwater and caught 4 fish off that, all redfish, and they were perfect slot size, 6-pound fish. Back to the sight fishing. It's very simple, but once again, these fish can see you very easily. So if you notice, when you're running the beach, if you notice the fish are moving to the west or moving to the east, you want to intercept the fish super early. You're going to see these fish, you're going to start to pick them up, you're going to spook the first couple that you see, and then you're going to be able to see them further and further away. The next time you get up to them, if you don't have a trolling motor, if your boat's outfitted without a trolling motor, I want you to find where you think the fish are moving. I want you to get in front of them. I want you to slow down and stop the boat. You don't have to turn your motor off if you have a 4-stroke. If you have an old 2-stroke, I want you to cut the motor off. And you wait for the fish. Just chill. Just chill out, enjoy God's natural beauty, and just chill. Wait for those fish to get close, and then what do? We don't throw on the nose of the fish. Let the fish get close enough to where you can throw over onto the beach and drag that bait out. And let the bait get to where you think they may be coming and stop the bait before they get there. And then as they get closer, start working. Key is when you're fishing in the beach with artificial like we're doing, I want you to throw. Where the purpose get Gulf's go?
Here we go.
You got everything. Yep. You about your own winning the raffle, huh? Alright? If I've got a choice, these two baits, which one am I going to throw? This one. I want white or like clear or maybe a little bit of chartreuse. I don't want anything with any color in it, any dark color at all. I'm telling you, I've done this a whole lot. And this is the color combination. And this is the exact same bait. Here's why this is a good universal bait. It's great when you're finding diving birds. It's great when you're throwing, especially at the beach. If you're sight fishing for beach and you're trying to throw up to the beach and in front of them where you're going to intercept them, what do you deal with in the winter? North wind. You're throwing into the beach, remember? So this breaks the wind. Little shrimp do not. You drag in front of the bait. And they're on it. So much fun to catch. And then when you pull that big old redfish out, he is like silver, almost invisible. Okay? If you have trolling motors, it's a little bit easier. Now you can work your way in there and you can be super quiet. That's easy. There's nothing else more to it. You can do the same thing from the beach. Go to a place like Henderson that doesn't have a lot of foot traffic. Get on down by Brayton. There's not a lot of foot traffic this time of the year. Find a nice clear water, and sometimes those fish will be running right up in the surf. Okay, like real close. And then fish them that way.
When you're running the boat looking for the fish, how fast are you running?
How fast am I running when I'm looking for the fish on the beach? As slow as 10 to 12 miles an hour, and as fast as 20, right where your boat will stay on plane. Never any faster than that. And you're scouting from further out than you are up close. Now I have, when you walk off the beach, there's a little drop off that it picks up on a sandbar. There might be another drop off and you got a big second sandbar. I have been in a 24-foot skeeter at my second station running where literally you are the sand. It drops off pretty close. You are the sand. And I'm picking up the fish were stuck to the sand that day. And they were coming my way, so I could run, see a lot of fish, pull back, and catch them. In the surf, literally like against the sand as they were coming to me. That was a great day. I mean, that was a day that I saw 10,000 pompano in the surf, mixed in with the rest. It looked like mullet everywhere. Pretty cool. And that's something else that you're sight fishing. Keep a very little bit heavier rod, and then keep that ultralight 2500 series with that 15-pound braid. And if you're ever sight fishing for pompano, you got that rod with you. I would even go to a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, and always make the leader longer, even if it runs 4.5 feet up to your guide when you're casting. It's key with those little pompano, man. They can see everything. They get so spooky. All right. We've done flat fishing. We've done sight fishing. We've done bull red fishing in the bay, both trolling and looking for diving birds and flipping baits into them. We've done beach fishing, okay? The easiest fishing that we can all do, regardless of what kind of boat we have, whether it's a big sport fish or a little canoe. If you have an anchor, you can bridge fish, okay? So I'm going to let Tim talk about the very well-known special Destin bridge. Okay, he's going to talk about the Destin bridge and how he fishes it. Primarily, a lot of people at night, some during the day. Then I will talk about the midday bridge.
So up around the Destin Bridge is probably one of the most, you'll see almost every day, you'll see a couple little charter boats sitting just here on the north side or just on the south side of the bridge, or right over here by the Coast Guard station. Now, with the Coast Guard station, you cannot fish in their channel right here. You have to anchor. There's a couple buoys out here now, but you can anchor just outside their jetty here. where you can cast back up into the channel, or you can anchor over here by the buoys and cast into the channel. We sell, the little bay guys come in every morning to the shop, and they're buying anywhere from 8 to 20 dozen shrimp in the morning, depending on how many guys they have on their charter. Typically on a charter, what their rule of thumb is, especially now that there's still a lot of pinfish, a lot of bait fish around, you get a dozen of shrimp per hour per person. They got 4 guys on a 4-hour trip, they're buying 16, 20 dozen shrimp. But right here on the Destin Bridge, 2 to 3 ounce egg sinker on a Carolina rig, about 2 to 3 feet long. Have your sinker, a swivel, 2 feet of fluorocarbon to a small owner hook. And a lot of shrimp around the Destin Bridge. Just a super, super easy way of fishing. And that's how you'll see a lot of the charter guys doing the bait fish thing, because their clients, you know, while they may be good fishermen at home that haven't really done a lot of buyers, it takes a little bit of time to get the bait, you know, all these casting techniques down. And a lot of times with their charters, they just don't have time to teach that whole thing. So, but fishing here all around the Destin Bridge, up around the Coast Guard Station. You can also go out here around the jetties. Generally, there's a lot of people on the East Jetty, so I wouldn't fish around the East Jetty with my boat. Those guys, a lot of those guys don't have a boat opportunity, so they fish the jetties. They get highly upset if you fish right there and they'll post up your boat. But you got this whole West Jetty over here. You can also notice that the water around the West Jetty is much deeper than it is over here by the East Jetty. The way the tide goes in and out, it actually forms a little eddy right here off the end of the West Jetty. So this deep hole is much larger here. There'll be redfish right there. A lot of times they'll be stacked up right up here on the outside of the West Jetty. This time of year there'll also be a lot of sheephead there, flounder in the same general area. So a lot of opportunities right around here to do, you know, live bait fishing right there. So that, one other spot I want to tell you about is right here on Noriega Point. Is you come, there's these little sets of jetties that are right here. This actually, when this picture was taken, this has washed out a lot more in here. There's a lot little deeper holes here that you would normally see if they had a more current picture on Google Earth. But around these 3 little finger jetties here is a real good area for redfish, you know, to do the live bait thing for redfish. We also carry at the store, we got live bull minnows right now. With the flounder showing up, the redfish, and if you go to Louisiana, they call them cockerel minnows. Same thing, but makes a real good redfish bait. They look a little bit better than shrimp. Just depends on what you really like to do. Another thing Kyle spoke of earlier too was a big spoon. When the tide is going out here at Destin Bridge, it doesn't work as good on the incoming tide. When the tide's going out, you can anchor. You can't anchor where the channel is, but anywhere, you know, just 2 or 3 pilings, either east or west of the channel there, you can anchor there in an outgoing tide. Take about a 1.5 to 2 ounce silver spoon, just drop it straight to the bottom, and just start jigging. And the tide's going to want to take it away from you out towards the jetty. So you just sit there and bounce that spoon and bounce it. And all of a sudden you'll notice your line start to get like this. When it gets at an angle like this, drop the spoon back to the bottom and start jigging it again. It'll get back up in the water column, drop it to the bottom one more time, jig, jig, jig. Great way to catch big, real nice redfish right there. And then after about 3 times, you'll have to reel back in and drop it straight down again. Just a real good little area to do that with. And when you want to talk about the midday, Todd?
Yeah. All right. Midday bridge, pretty close. Pull close. All right. Good. All right. Can y'all see Oh, that's enough. That's perfect. Yeah, there's the actual little boat traffic there here. All right. The universal rod and reel. Actually, this is my rod that I fish with all the time. All right, and this is a 2500 series reel. This is 20-pound braid, the soft type of braid that we talked about. This is a star rod with a little more backbone. It's like a medium heavy, but it's still light. Did y'all feel that? I mean, it's crazy light. This might be an 11 ounce, 12 ounce package total together. Maybe 13 or 14 ounces with the braid on it. But this is the rod. Now we are going to bridge fish in Destin, but we're going to go fish this bridge. And we are going to focus on redfish and not redfish and sheep's head. So, we are going to get one of these heavier half-ounce lead sinkers, or jig heads, and we are going to get, where's all the birds stuff? Good.
One down there, down here.
All right. We're going to get this jig head and these baits. Now we're not even casting these, but when you're going to drop them, we're going to pull up to the bridge pilings in the boat. Days like today, perfect. You don't have to have a trolling motor. You can pull up, take your motor out of gear, just maybe even throw it in reverse as you get close to the piling. It's kind of a stinky way to fish because what do you find on the top of those bridge pilings? Bird poop. A plethora of bird poop. And it will get on your hand. And it's pleasant. Yeah, so work the wise, fish the pilings without the birds on them, because then you don't have fresh bird poop. Alright? So, let's just say I have an old 19-foot, 1975, whatever, with a little itty bitty motor on the back. I'll pull right up to that piling just as well as a $200,000 crazy outfitted boat, and I'll stop and I'll put my hand on the front of that piling, up on that piling, and it's about where my head is high. And there's not a lot of wind. You got to pick the right days, so you don't have wind pressing you off the piling. You can do it in your hurricane without a trolling motor. You can do it in your Crevelle's got a trolling motor, but if it didn't, you can do it in your Crevelle. You pull up to that pile and you hold onto it. You take that rod with fluorocarbon leader, you take this jig head and this, because this is just aerodynamic in the water, because this is going to drop straight where you drop the rod tip. If you have a shrimp, sometimes it's going to go, and it's going to spiral its way down, and if the current's pushing into the piling at all, it's going to find its way into the piling. And there's also, remember, there's growth coming off the pilings. So we're going to take the rod tip, let's just say, I'm left-handed, so it'll say I grab the rod, or the piling with my left hand. There is a slight bit of current. You always want to fish to the back side of these pilings. You're going to take the rod tip about that far off the piling. If you look at the pilings in the Midday Bridge, we'll say the majority of them have 3 pilings, 2 corner pilings in the center. All these pilings are doing what? They're all coming out. They're all their vertical pilings. Some of them on the inside move in, but the majority of them all go away. So if you drop your rod tip where one of those big concrete pilings that you can see in the clear water, don't drop it right beside the main big piling. Hold the rod tip off about 3 or 4 feet, about that far away from the big piling that you're holding on to, and drop it straight down. Now, even with that half-ounce jig head and that 5-inch Berkeley gulp, it's still going to follow the current a little bit and move away. As soon as you see it hit the bottom and your line goes flat, click it over, just reel down to where it's taut at about parallel to your body, and just maybe a little lower, and just tap it. Just tap it up and down. And then if the current's strong enough where it's moved the bail away on the bottom, open up the bail, let a couple more, a foot or 2 out, flick it back over, make sure the line's a little bit tight. But you'll feel it with braid, you'll feel that weight on the bottom. You'll know within 10 seconds if the fish are on that pile. Okay? And you want to fish, in my opinion, you don't want to fish off of the main pile, you don't want to drop your line parallel to it. You want to work the area in between the 2 pilings. So the corner and the center piling, you want to drop in between the 2. center pile and the corner drop in between the two. Now this is how you're artificial fishing. You're going to work the pile. And if it doesn't work, if you have your trolling motor, you control it to the other side of it and flip down the side of it. Never flip right down the side of it, because remember, all the pilings go out. From about as far as my hand is to your head, flip off the main piling and just bounce it around the base of the pilings. If you're waiting normally, it's like an 8-second drop, and then one time you drop and it just stops at 4 seconds, you know that you've hooked up with something that's growing off the side of the piling. This can be frustrating because you will lose some base, but you got to be prepared for that. The further away from the piling that you fish, the less able you are to lose the base. The closer, you're going to lose more bait, but you might catch more fish. So where do you fish? You want it to get good and cold a couple of nights. And this is the way that I look at it. This is south and this is north. This is the channel. Can you see that? This is the channel of the Midday Bridge. So my favorite pilings to fish are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting at 5, from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are my favorite piles to fish on this side of the channel. On that side of the channel, I start not from the very first one, but the second one, and I fish those next 6 pilings. So I've got 6 pilings on both sides of the bridge. One is 5 through 10, and one is 2 through 6 or 7. Those 2 through 7. Those are my favorite pilings to fish on the bridge. Sometimes you have the wind coming out of the east. So if the wind's coming this way, what side of the bridge do you want to be on? This side of the bridge. And your boat wants, because you can see the bottom of this piling, this was taken at kind of an angle. If the wind's blowing in from the northwest, I'm going to turn my boat and position it on the back side. Because, and when I go back to the cold, if it's not really that cold, the fish could be suspended in the middle of waterfall that could be at the top of the pilings. When it gets cold, you know all of the fish, the sheep's head and the redfish, are buried at the bottom. They're always going to be on the bottom when you drop. And it eliminates a lot of trap fish like the Spanish and the jacks and the bluefish primarily. So let it get cold a couple more times, pull up on the back side of that, and fish. Now, if you don't have the luxury of having a trolling motor, and it is a little bit windy, you remember the trolling we talked about doing? On the edge of the flat over here by Blue pretty much near the edge of the flats in the bay. Take a stretch 20, start at the 22-foot depth mark, which is usually about a quarter mile from Legendary, and you just troll the edge of those pilings. Alright? But you got to be careful, you got to watch the current. If the wind of the current's pushing, you troll right down the edge of the current, the pilings, and the wind of the current's pushing the baits back in this way. What are you going to do? You're going to hang up. So then you would take your boat, you would move off the pilings a little bit and know that your baits, by the time they're down, they're closer to the pilings. Or you could get on the other side of the bridge and troll right down the side of the piling and know that your bait's just off the bottom of it. Okay? That's another way you can pick up fish. But use your bottom machine now. When you're doing this, scout 5 or 6 pilings. And especially if you have one of the side structure scans, like in all the skeeters I had, always had them. You could literally look underneath the bridge pilings and you could tell if those were redfish or sheep's head. That's how crazy good this was. That's only catching redfish. If you want to catch sheep's head too, which there's more of than reds, you go out and you take a Carolina rig. Okay? Carolina rig is a lead weight, typically about an ounce. That's what I'm fishing with. A swivel, a leader of about 15 to 20 pound fluorocarbon. Remember, we want to keep this the invisible look to the fish. And then I'm using a short shank J hook. I'm a fan of a short shank J hook, and I'm fishing a live shrimp. You're still going to catch the redfish, but now you're going to be able to catch a sheep's head. And shrimp looks like this. That's a big old shrimp. Shrimp looks like this. There's the bottom of the shrimp. You know, there's typically a horn that comes out here. Okay? This is how I like to hook my shrimp. I want to take bottom of the shrimp, take the hook and go into that last little piece, come up underneath the bottom of his tail, and hide it back in the bottom. Okay? And it also keeps, semi-weedless too. That's how I like the sheep's head fish. But I'm telling you what, you better bring some power. Of course, the rod with some backbone to it. Because those sheep's heads out there, when they get good and cold, they're buried on the bottom, you'll catch them 8 to 10 pounds. I mean, those are big sheep's head. So, that's how I like the fish to do that. Anything else you want to talk about inshore?
Not really about inshore, just fishing in general has been great here. Of course, we have a rough October, everybody knows that. And November came and it's gotten really pretty. It doesn't matter what you want to do right now. They're catching lots of nice dolphin offshore, wahoos, blackfin, tunas, kings are still really good. Bottom fishing is good. Do us whatever you want to do. I mean, November is one of our really, really good months of fishing. And there's not a lot of fishing pressure. You have to yourself a lot.
Any questions? Any questions? The one rod we forgot to pass around. This is the new, you guys know that I'm like psycho about these star rods. I think they're the best bang for the buck in the industry. And I thought that I had a fellow light rod. These are the guides. They're called K-guides.
Yep.
The K-guides eliminate, 100% eliminate wind knots when you go to throw. What are the inside of the guides made out of?
Silicon carbide. You can file them out with a file. You'll wear the file out before you work out the guide.
This is a hook sharpener. This is like a gorilla fingernail file. And you can take that and you can rub it on the inside of that. I mean, just as hard as you want. And it will not damage the inside of that. So a lot of the older rods and reels that we still have, and we put this new braid on it, and we go to set the hook and fish it. That braid just ripped through that plastic insert of every single one of those guys. Now we're done. Now the rod's finished and you've lost your fish. Has that ever happened to anybody?
Notice the eye is smaller on the back of that.
On this rod, done to eliminate weight. Alright? I want you guys to feel this. There's a reel that Shimano just came out with that is the same exact weight of this rod. Imagine that set up in your hands. And this is a rod, it's a 7-foot rod, and I fish hot water with it for hours and hours and hours. Just fish, you can barely feel it in your wrist. And this is their new VPR series. This literally just came out on the market. You all have any for sale yet?
We're probably about 2 weeks away.
Well, at least come in and get one. And just like, it's so nice to have something with a little ass to it where you can really set a hook on a fish. Don't think that this can't do it. It's only for us guys that have been fishing for a long time. You feel this rod, you're like, how can this, you sure this rod can handle these fish? You want one rod and reel forever to fish with. This on the new Shimano Stratic reel, imagine a reel that's the same exact way. Pass that around and feel it. It's amazing. I think that rod is what? 4, 5?
It's under 5 ounces.
It's a 5-ounce rod. And here's what's crazy. This rod, this should be a $750, $900 rod. What is this rod going to retail for?
$299.
$299. And then now that's a rod where you don't have to keep going back. And your guides don't keep breaking and all that kind of stuff happens. That rod is incredible. I used to make the mistake of buying inexpensive stuff, and every single season I'd replace it. But what I started to find is that every half of the season I'd start replacing it. And I'd usually fish through the bearings going bad for 5 or 6 trips, and I'd lose fish, and I'd lose distance. And then right in the middle of the trip, we ain't talking about a multi-millionaire. This is a guy who carries 1 rod or 2 rods maybe. Right in the middle of that trip, when the fish started to get good, I can't even reel it anymore because the bearings are drying up so bad. Then I said, the heck with this, I'm going to go ahead and invest, not like the top of the line stuff, but the best bang for the buck. And I'm going to invest one time every 5 to 10 years in a rod and reel. And that's what I have. This rod and reel combo, this is a Star Rod, CJ series, and this is a 2500 Stratic. I've had this set up for 5 years now, and it still looks brand new. And you can feel, that's still crazy light for a 7.5-foot medium heavy action rod. I've that's lighter than most of y'all's spinning tackle. But that rod, doctor, that's an incredible rod and reel. Or that rod. And at the end of the seminar, like we always give, we give a discount card. It's $20 off of any $50 purchase or more. You go to Half Hitch. This stuff, these things and these seminars, these aren't random bass lures in multiple colors or something that you're going to find at your normal nationwide sports store. This is from a guy who's been fishing here since he was a little itty bitty boy. And people that, I mean, I'll go to him and say, man, you need 15 and 10 pound braid, you need 15 pound monofilament, or you need chartreuse skitter walks. And he'll order based off of what the locals are telling him and what he knows works. So I say go to Half Hitch, use your discount cards, and invest money with a company that co-sponsors this whole event. And you're never, ever, ever, I will tell you this, no matter how deep your pockets are, you'll never walk in there and get sold something you don't need. It never happens. That's one of the beautiful things about our clients is we have a program. A lot of them are novice, they don't have the rods and reels yet, and we'll take them down there, and if they wanted, if Tim would let them, they'd spend $10,000. And they might walk out having spent $900 because they don't need anything else. So, unless there's any other questions, we're going to wrap up. Thank you, social media. Thank you, Facebook. I think this has been a fun night. And thank you guys for coming and allowing us to share our passion with y'all. We'll go ahead and shut off here. I think we are. No one's here to shut it off, so I guess we're going to go. We got a couple giveaways. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, giveaways, raffles. We do these every month. The first Tuesday of every month. All right. Where's Mike Wow? All right.
Do I feel lucky?
Dude, you should feel like this. There's a brand new legendary Marina Columbia fishing shirt. It's a size large, and that is right up your alley. How about that? Check it out. Thanks, Mike. Jerry Ivco. Jerry, all right. The redfish, the meat fisherman. All right, you like a slouch cap. You want that, or do you want something more fitted like that? All right. Thank you for sharing your fishing problems. It's going to be funny. You're going to have to compete with 100 different people tomorrow at Henderson Beach. Glenn Pappas. All right, Glenn. Now there's the kind of hat that you like. You want red or blue and white? These are pretty cool on the back. Fitted, legendary. Pretty sweet. All right. Hornfip Thomas. How do you pronounce that? Yes. Yeah? All right. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's done. All right. Thank you, Ms. Thomas. All right, you got discount cards?
So, I haven't done that before, because I packed up everything today, didn't bring them.
Oh,
But it's okay. Where can you retrieve them? All you gotta do is come by, all y'all here, I know pretty much everybody's facing it, I recognize everybody. Come by the store next couple days, I'll have them up on the counter, come in now, so I'll make sure y'all all get them.
How about in the large stuff?
Let me see your sheet of paper.
All right, that concludes our evening. Thank you for coming out to Legendary Marine. Thank you, Half Hitch Tackle.